guys, welcome back to Crypto Skillet. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a very exciting new DeFi passive income project that's about to launch tomorrow. This one is called Ultimate Baked Beans, and it's a BNB miner on the Binance Smart Chain that pays up to 8% daily returns. Now, Ultimate Baked Beans is, of course, a baked beans fork, and this one has some very unique features that are designed to increase the sustainability and make the project fair for everyone, not just for the whales or the super large investors, which was a problem that some of the earlier baked beans forks had faced. And these features include things like a 200% max withdrawal cap that applies not only to deposits but also to rebakes. Now also there is a 15% deposit limit on the total TVL balance, so big whales can't just go in and throw in an enormous amount of BNB right at the very beginning and start draining the contract over time like we've seen in some past projects. Okay, this is designed to prevent that from happening. And this one is really interesting too. So there is also a 60-second interval that's enforced by the contract between deposits, which is actually very helpful because it prevents bots or even just big whales from sniping the contract early to try and gain an advantage over everyone else. So these are really innovative things here. You love to see it, and it certainly looks like a very promising protocol with unique features, and it's a really fresh new take on a classic tried and true BNB mining model, which we all know can be potentially very lucrative. Now, in addition to the super attractive daily returns and the sustainability mechanisms, you'll also be happy to know that this project has been audited and it passed with flying colors. And spoiler alert, it's actually one of the few projects I've seen where the audit detected zero issues in any of the low, medium, high, or critical categories, which is pretty impressive. And of course, we're going to take a look at those audit results later on in this video. So guys, this is a really exciting project. Again, it's about to launch very soon. The official launch time is August 18th at 12 o'clock UTC time. I'm giving you guys the early heads up here, so mark your calendars and get ready, and make sure you watch this entire video because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Ultimate Baked Beans. I'll show you around the website and the dashboard and show you exactly how it all works. We'll take a look at the white paper and the audit results as well. And of course, after watching this review, if you want to check this project out for yourself, I've got the link for you guys down below in the description where you can get started. But first, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Crypto Skillet, where we talk about all things crypto and I share the latest and greatest DeFi projects and ways to make money in the crypto space. So if that's your cup of tea, then go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. And do keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an investor sharing my thoughts, experiences, and opinions. So always do your own research and never invest more than you're willing to lose into any crypto project. And now with that said, let's get into it. All right, so this is the Ultimate Baked Beans website, and it says right here, long-term miner with new sustainability features, and it does have an 8% daily variable return. And right here below that, you can see the countdown timer that shows you how long we have until the big launch. Now, up in the top right, there is a connect button, so you can click right there to connect your wallet to the website. And then here we have links to the audit. There's also a link to the white paper and to their weekly top users, but we're going to come back to all that in just a moment. Now, this is the main dashboard area, so right here you'll be able to see the contract balance, and it looks like the team has already seeded this contract with a little bit of BNB just to add some initial liquidity. Okay, below that, this is where you can see how much BNB you have in your wallet once it's connected to the site. And then where it says your beans, this is where it's going to show you how many beans you have. Now, what exactly are beans, you might be wondering? Well, beans are what you're buying when you deposit BNB. And beans essentially act as miners that then go out and get you more beans, which ultimately brings you those BNB rewards. Okay, and you'll see more about that in just a minute when we look at the white paper. Now, down here in this area, this is where you actually deposit BNB. So basically you have three main functions that you're going to be interacting with. So there's bake beans, there's rebake, and there's eat beans. So when you bake beans, that is essentially depositing BNB into the protocol. Then when you rebake, that is how you compound. So that means that you take your accumulated rewards and use it to buy even more beans, thus increasing your total bean count, which then increases the amount of rewards that you continue to receive every time you do that. Okay, and then when you eat beans, that means that you're withdrawing your rewards straight to your wallet. Okay, now to deposit, right here in this box, you just enter the amount of BNB that you want to deposit, and then you simply click Bake Beans, and then as soon as you do that, you'll be able to see your beans right here where it says Your Beans. And then once you've done that, you're going to start seeing your rewards accumulating down here in this area. So on the left-hand side, it will show your rewards in terms of beans. and then on the right hand side it will show you your rewards in terms of their BNB value. And again, remember that you can either withdraw those straight to your wallet as they continue to accumulate, or you can also rebake them at any time as well. And when you do that, that's going to take those beans and basically send them up here to your bean count up here. And the more you have up here, the more rewards that you're going to be getting. Okay, so you can basically choose your strategy. Some people like to compound a lot, especially early on. That way they can get as big a bean count as possible, which of course leads to greater returns over time. Whereas some people like to eat beans and just withdraw all the rewards straight away. But you'll see generally the recommended strategy is a 6-in-1 strategy, which means that you compound or rebake 6 times in a row, and then you eat beans once. Okay, so you could do this like once per day for 6 days, you compound, and then on the 7th day you go ahead and withdraw, and then you continue rinsing and repeating. But again, it is up to you. That is one of the great things about protocols like this, is that they do offer a lot of flexibility and allow you to choose your own strategy. Okay, now if you do have a weekly top reward, if you're one of the weekly top users, you'll be able to claim rewards right here by clicking the claim button. Okay, so a very simple layout. And if you've ever seen any other baked beans forks before, you'll see that this is very familiar. Now, they also have a referral program as well, so you can get your referral link right here and share it with your friends and earn a little bit extra on top while also helping the project to grow. And down at the very bottom, they have links to the contract and to their Telegram group as well. And of course, as with all projects, I highly recommend that you get involved with their social communities, because that's where the team communicates with the investors, and that's where you can stay up to date on all the latest news and happenings with the platform. Okay, so now back up here, again, they have a link right here where you can see the white paper. So let's check that out. Okay, so this is the Ultimate Baked Beans white paper. And again, here is the launch date. It is on August 18th, 2024 at 12 o'clock UTC time. Now here they talk a little bit about their goal. So they say our mission is to build a sustainable mining platform that ensures consistent income for all participants. We've addressed and resolved the issues that caused previous crypto miners to stall, creating a more reliable and efficient system. And you'll see what they're talking about here in just a minute. So how it works, it says Ultimate Baked Beans operates on a straightforward yet powerful mechanism. Users stake BNB into the smart contract and receive beans at a predetermined exchange rate. This initial BNB deposit is locked in the TVL, or total value locked. The beans represent the user's stake in the system and generate rewards over time based on the number of beans held and the staking duration. Users can compound their rewards by rebaking them back into the contract, increasing their bean holdings at an accelerated rate. Additionally, users can earn referral bonuses by inviting friends, family, and others to join Ultimate Baked Beans. Now, as I mentioned, they have some really impressive key features here. So let's take a look at some of this. So first, it says fair launch. Everyone has an equal opportunity to be a pioneer. Anti-whale mechanism. So users are limited to baking a maximum of 15% of the contract balance per bake. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. This is a very clever anti-whale mechanism that prevents big whales from just going and dumping a huge amount of BNB in all at once at the very beginning. Okay, so that's great to see. Now, this is really interesting as well. It says equal opportunity at launch. So there is a 60-second interval that's enforced between each bake to ensure fairness. Now, they also have a 4-tier referral system and a referral contest as well that happens every 3 days. That has a 1% prize. Now, there is security assurance as well. The contract has been audited, and again, we're going to take a look at those audit results in just a moment. Now, here they tell us about their withdrawal cap. Okay, this is capped at 200%. It says all entries, including rebakes, will earn up to 200% of the entry amount. Okay, so basically, once you've made a 200% return, you're going to have to deposit more BNB in order to keep earning. And so that just ensures that the contract can continue to grow and people don't just withdraw forever and ever, ultimately draining the contract balance. Okay, so that's really, really great to see that they put that into place. Now, of course, the contract is immutable. It says once the contract is deployed, the admin has no control over it. The contract's rules and functions are permanently fixed and cannot be altered. Now, they also have a 5% direct referral bonus and a 1% direct referral rebate bonus. Now, they also have an FAQ here. It's a couple pages long, so I'm not going to go through all of this. You can certainly come in here and read this for yourself. But here's a few of the questions. So where is my 5% direct referral credited? So the direct referral bonuses go to your bean balance. Now, if you're curious about the referral contest, again, that does run every 3 days. And there you can see some information about the prizes for the top 4 winners. Now, how do you ensure the system is fair? Again, they have those mechanisms that we described earlier, including their 15% deposit cap, the 200% withdrawal cap, and and the 60-second cooldown period between deposits. And then they talk a little bit more up here about why they chose to set that 200% cap on deposits and on rebates. And basically, it just ensures a fairer distribution of rewards and prevents early joiners from gaining a disproportionate advantage. Now, they also have a community token that is CHC, and 3% of all deposits will be used to buy CHC tokens to enhance token appreciation. And you can see the token address right here. Now here they talk about the taxes, so it says, is there any tax when I withdraw? You will receive your full withdrawal amount as long as you haven't exceeded that 200% limit. However, a 10% deduction will be applied to the withdrawn beans, reducing your available beans accordingly. This deduction also decreases your total bean count by 10% of the withdrawn amount. Then over here, they talk a little bit about the history of the Coin Ads community. That is the team that created this project. So they were established in June 2021, initially starting with centralized platforms. Then they transitioned to a decentralized approach in 2023. They consist of trusted developers with a solid track record. And this year, they have 3 more projects planned that will strengthen this ecosystem. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at this audit that was done by Solid Proof. So here is that audit right here. You can see Ultimate Baked Beans. This was done on August 15th, 2024. And this is a 22-page long audit, so obviously I'm not going to go through all of this, but I highly encourage you to come here and take a look for yourself. But if I skip down here to the audit results, you can see there were no critical issues found, no high issues found, no medium issues found, and no low issues found. And obviously that is fantastic to see. Now, the only thing that was found was one informational issue, which, as they describe up here in the vulnerability and risk level information, means it only has an informational character but is not affecting any of the code. Now, the contract is not upgradable. The contract ownership is not yet renounced, which in the comment you can see that means that the owner can cede the marketing/team wallet address. And as we saw, there's already a small balance on the contract, so it looks like the team has already ceded the contract, which is good. Now, the owner cannot mint new tokens, the contract owner cannot burn tokens, and the contract owner cannot blacklist addresses. And additionally, it says the contract owner cannot set fees more than 25%, and the contract owner cannot lock functions. And for the privileges, it says the owner can cede the marketing/team wallet address. That is the only privilege that the owner has. So again, overall, very, very good looking results here. And again, they do have the link to this right here on the main page, so you can come here and check it out for yourself if you want. Okay, but overall, I'm really impressed with this project. The sustainability mechanisms that they've implemented are really innovative, and I've always been a fan of the baked beans type of forks. I've invested in quite a lot of them over the years, and they can be really, really lucrative, but historically, you've tended to do the best when you get in really, really early. But some of these new mechanisms that they've implemented with this particular project seem to mitigate some of those concerns, especially for people who are a little bit late to the party. Now, in general, these baked beans forks are inflationary miners, which means that you must continue to compound and eat beans over time, or else the value of your beans is just going to inflate away. And that is why the generally recommended strategy for these kinds of miners is the 6-to-1 method, where you compound for 6 days in a row and then eat beans once and then rinse and repeat. But even with all these mechanisms in place, I would still recommend getting in as early as you can. Of course, all these sustainability mechanisms will probably make that matter less than it otherwise would. But with any of these kinds of miners, it's never a bad idea to get in early, okay? That's generally when you can get the best results. So again, this is launching August 18th at 12 o'clock UTC time. And I do have that link for you guys down below in the description. So mark your calendars and get ready. I think this is going to be a really fantastic launch, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So guys, if you got value out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy hearing about these new and upcoming DeFi projects and ways to make money in the crypto space, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And of course, as always, remember that everything in crypto and in DeFi should be considered high risk, high reward. So make sure you always do your own research before you invest in these kinds of projects, and of course, only use risk capital. So with that said, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.